Introduction and Navigation. Welcome to the PA900 video manual. Korg is well known for creating the most successful arranger keyboards ever made. Used by tens of thousands of music professionals in every country of the world, Korg arrangers have thrilled audiences and delighted players everywhere. PA900 was developed with this respected history in mind, but also with the idea of moving technology ahead and bringing together unparalleled sound quality and innovative, intuitive features to create this complete professional arranger keyboard. The PA900 has one focus. It's designed to help you perform and create music. In this hour-long video, we'll cover the main functions of your PA900. There's a lot to cover, so each exercise will be brief, but it should be enough to get you started. We recommend that you follow the video all the way through the first time, pausing when necessary. Then later go back to specific chapters. If you're watching this on the internet, if possible, watch the chapters in order. For more detailed information about your PA900, the PDF manuals on the accessory disc that came with your instrument or downloaded from your Korg distributor's website can help you dig deeper. If possible, have a USB memory device such as a pen drive with 2 standard MIDI files, a karaoke MIDI file, and an MP3 file on it for the song play section. Also, a dynamic microphone with a 1/4-inch jack for the vocal processing section. Don't worry if you don't have all these things right now. You can always come back later if you want when you do have them. By the way, as well as the regular PA900, there may also be localized versions created for particular countries. This video is applicable to all PA900 models. Don't worry if the styles and sounds in your unit are different or organized in different locations than shown in the video. The ones used in this video are for example only. If you are instructed to select a particular style or sound, and either it isn't there or the name is different, select any other and continue to follow along. Okay, before we get started, let's restart the PA900 so we'll both be in the same place from the beginning. Hold down the standby switch for 1 second to turn it off. The screen will dim for a short period, then go completely black. Now press it again to turn it back on. It takes a minute or so to start up and load all the necessary data in, like styles, sounds, etc., similar to when you start a computer. While the data is loading, let's look at a few things on the top panel of the PA900. Because this instrument is mainly designed for performance, there are many switches and knobs on the top panel assigned to functions for immediate access. For now, let's get familiar with a few of the main ones. For example, the joystick, used to control different parameters of the sounds. Master volume. The balance knob, used to adjust the balance between the sounds you are playing on the keyboard. These are called the keyboard tracks. And the sounds of the accompaniment or song. For now, set this to the middle position. The assignable knob, used to control a variety of PA900 parameters. To the right, you'll find the mode buttons for accessing the 4 basic functions of the PA900. Playing styles, playing songs, creating songs, and playing and editing individual sounds. Global is for adjusting parameters that affect the PA900 as a whole, such as assigning functions to a foot switch. And Media is for accessing save, load, and other internal and external drive functions. Below the knobs are the 16 style select buttons. And below that you'll find switches 1, 2, and 3 used to control the sounds as well as other PA900 functions. These are the style element buttons used to trigger the intros, variations, etc. of each style. The red start-stop button, as well as fade in, out, tap tempo, and synchro start-stop give you a variety of ways of starting and stopping the style. Songbook, a special feature for organizing songs and styles for your performance. These are the separate transport controls for the dual song player and the slider for crossfading from one song to the other. For now, set this to the left. The Performance Select buttons to access several keyboard track settings, as well as the My Setting button to quickly access your most favorite keyboard track setup. These buttons adjust the transpose, the octave of the upper keyboard sounds, and turn split on and off. The mic setting knobs and switches for controlling your microphone and the voice processor harmonies and effects. The USB host port for connecting external drives, such as the USB memory stick. The value dial to adjust the parameter values. The menu button that brings up the available edit pages on the screen, and the exit button to return to the top page. The color touch screen, the heart of the PA900 interface. Below the screen are the 4 single-touch setting buttons, abbreviated as STS, for accessing keyboard track settings saved with each style. The back of the PA900 is where you'll find the audio inputs and mic gain knob, left and right audio outputs, MIDI in and out, the damper pedal connector, the assignable pedal connector is where you can connect either a pedal, like the optional EXP2 for controlling things like volume, or a foot switch like the optional PS1 for controlling things like starting and stopping a style. The USB device port for connecting the internal drive to a computer, and the video out to display the PA900 screen or lyrics on an external video monitor. By the way, you'll find the headphone jack conveniently located on the front of the PA900 just below the joystick. Now that the PA900 has finished powering up, let me show you how to adjust the brightness of the display. Hold down the menu button and turn the dial to adjust it to the setting that works best for you. It will retain that setting until you choose to adjust it again. Also, for the purposes of this video, Easy Mode needs to be off. Easy Mode reduces the amount of displayed parameters, making a simpler and easier interface. Let me show you what I mean. You'll notice that the screen has a lot of information, and there are several tabs with more information. Touch the small rectangle in the upper right corner of the screen to open the Page menu, like a drop-down menu on a computer. Touch Easy Mode. You'll notice now that the screen has only the most basic information with no additional tabs. This is very useful for performance, or when you just want the basic functions of the PA900. For this video, Easy Mode needs to be off, so open the Page menu again, and touch Easy Mode to turn it off. Your screen should look like this. The PA900 is designed so that when you turn it off and on, the status of a few of the panel switches will return to how they were when you turned the PA900 off. For example, if autofill was on, then it will be on after you restart. If it was off, then it will be off when you restart. This ensures that the PA900 is exactly how you like it set up as soon as you turn it on. For the purposes of this video manual, we need to start with your PA900 set the same as mine, so make sure the following switches are set this way. Autofill should be on. The memory button should be on, and the 2 buttons to the right should be off. STS mode should be on but not flashing. If it's not, then press it repeatedly until it is. Your PA900 comes with several demo songs. Press Style Play and Song Play simultaneously to enter demo mode. After a few seconds, the first song starts and will play through each of the songs. You can jump to specific songs by selecting from one of these 3 categories: full songs, solo instruments, or styles. Touch Full Songs. Then select a song. Demo mode is an excellent way of discovering the sounds, styles, and capabilities of this amazing instrument. Pressing Exit returns you to the category selection. Pressing one of the mode buttons exits from demo mode. Press Style Play. To avoid wasting power, your PA900 will automatically turn off if you don't play it, press any buttons, or use the touchscreen for a period of 2 hours. Please save your data, for example performances, styles, songs, etc., that you are working on before taking a prolonged pause. Sounds. Since the high-quality PA900 sounds are the basis of the styles and your playing, in this chapter we'll look at the sounds in depth. When the instrument is first turned on, the factory default style is unplugged ballad 1, and a stereo piano sound is across the whole range of the keyboard. To select a sound, touch the upper 1 area in the upper right corner of the screen, containing the name of the current sound, Grand Piano RX. Touch any sound on the screen to select the sound you want. For example, G Piano Stack 2. Pressing Exit returns you to the main screen. Touch the upper 1 area of the screen again. The screen displays 8 sounds at a time, but you can access more sounds by touching the tabs along the bottom. The sounds are grouped in categories, which can be selected using the tabs on the left and right. Additional sounds can be accessed with the tabs along the top. Make sure you're on the Factory tab. Select Guitar category and touch Concert Guitar DNC. DNC, Defined Nuance Control, is the ability to control different nuances of the instruments. For example, when you play this guitar, you get the basic sound of the instrument. If you press switch 1, then play a note, you get a slide up to the note. Press switch 2, and the next note you play will be a harmonic. The joystick can introduce different DNC nuances. Even how you play the keyboard, for example, legato. Sounds with this type of control always have DNC in the name. Go to the organ category. There are several sampled organ sounds in a variety of different drawbar settings. But the PA900 also features a special drawbar sound that emulates the classic tone wheel organs of the past and allows you to set your own drawbar settings. Select Drawbars and drag the virtual drawbars on the display to adjust their position. You can save your edited digital drawbar sound into one of the performance locations. We'll look at saving to a performance in a moment. There's a rotary speaker effect on this organ as well as many of the other organ sounds. Pushing the joystick forward changes the speed. No need to hold it. In fact, the PA900 has a huge library of effects like chorus, distortion, etc. that can be used to enhance the keyboard and accompaniment tracks. Effects will be explained in detail in the Styles chapter. Press Exit. You can have up to 3 sounds in the upper range and 1 sound in the lower. Let's combine some sounds. For the upper 1 sound, from the piano category, select Grand Piano RX. Press Exit. Notice that the screen shows that upper 2 and 3 are muted. Touch here to unmute upper 2. And now upper 3. Press the split button, and now the 3 upper sounds are above the split point, and you now have access to the lower sound. The split point is set in global mode, but you can quickly override this. Hold down the split button until this appears on the screen. Now play the note where you want the new split to be. This new split point will be kept until you choose a new style, songbook entry, or a new performance. Let's make some more changes. You can quickly bring all the upper sounds down 1 octave by pressing the upper octave minus button. You can even go to the Subscale tab and change to a different scale such as Arabic. Set it back to equal. Let's adjust the level of upper 3. Touch the Volume tab to display and adjust the volumes. Touch in the upper 3 volume area. Now use the value dial to change the level. Another way is to directly touch and drag the slider on the screen. Now open the Page menu. We can save the keyboard track setup we've created to one of the performance locations. For now, touch anywhere outside of the Page menu to make it disappear, and let's take a closer look at performances. It's important to understand the difference between a sound and a performance. Go to Sound Edit mode. Touch the sound name, and you'll see all the different sounds grouped together in instrument families. These are the sounds used by the different tracks of the style accompaniment. For example, the bass track might use this bass sound. Another track might use this electric piano sound. These sounds are also used individually or combined together for your keyboard tracks, like we did earlier. We used a sound from the piano category for upper 1, a sound from the strings category for upper 2, etc. Go back to Style Play mode. Sometimes your keyboard tracks might be a layer of 3 sounds on the top plus a sound in the lower. Or it could simply be one sound in the upper. Whatever your keyboard tracks are, including the levels, panning, effects, etc., they can be saved and recalled as a performance. Think of the performances as a library of your favorite keyboard track setups. On the right, there are 8 performance buttons. These open up a selection of performances that you can choose from the display. For example, press Sax and Woodwinds, and select Alto Sax DNC. As you can see, there are several provided by Korg. These tabs take you to more groups of 8 performances. You can also repeatedly press the performance category buttons to advance through the tabs. Press Exit. Press the My Setting button. This button accesses your most favorite performance and is the first one selected when you turn on the PA900. It's currently a stereo piano across the whole keyboard, but you can set it to be whatever you like to use the most. That might be a layer of electric piano and strings, a split of organ and guitar, etc. It's a fast and easy way to jump to your favorite setting while performing. Let's make a quick edit to my setting. Unmute upper 2 so we have a layer of piano and synth pad. Now hold down the My Setting button until the right screen appears. Touching OK on the screen would continue the write process and write over the current setting. For now, touch Cancel to keep the original My Setting unchanged. Instead of saving to My Setting, you can save to one of the performance locations by holding down any performance button. Then use the screen to name it and to select where you want to save it. Press Exit. Specific editing of any of the sounds is done in Sound Edit mode. By pressing Menu, you can go deep into the sound and change specific parameters. Press Exit. From the top page, you can make basic changes to the sound using the real-time controls on the screen. Any edits you make can be saved to the user area. Press Exit. Styles. Let's look at selecting and playing styles. Go to Style Play mode. Play a chord anywhere on the keyboard with 3 or more notes, and press Start. Each style has 15 style elements. These are used to recreate the parts of songs, intros, variations, fills, endings, etc. You use these buttons to select the style element. This style is playing Intro 1. You can even see the countdown of the measures remaining in the intro. The flashing light above Variation 2 means that after playing the intro, it will go to that variation. As you go from Variation 1 to 4, the musical parts naturally build and get busier in the same way a typical song builds. You'll notice that since autofill is on, a fill is automatically played into the selected variation. Of course, you can turn this off so no fill is played. Turn it back on and press stop. To select a style, touch the style name and simply touch the style you want. For now, select Desert Shuffle and press exit. Select Intro 1. Trigger a chord in the lower range. Split is on, so one note is enough to trigger a major chord. Press start. Intro 1 has a chord progression. Intro 2 doesn't have a chord progression. It's designed to respond to your chords. Intro 3 is a short intro designed to get you into the song quickly. Endings 1, 2, and 3 work the same way. Touch the style name again to open the style selection window. The styles are grouped in categories and can be selected on screen using the tabs on the left and right. The tabs along the bottom take you to more styles in that category. Select the Ballad category, then Modern Ballad 1. Press exit. Play a chord in the lower range and press start. Almost all of the factory styles are set up with lower chord scanning, triggering the chords below the split point. You can also choose to turn split off and trigger the chords using full chord scanning, triggering the chords anywhere on the keyboard. With full chord scanning, the chord isn't triggered until you play 3 or more notes. In Global, you can select other systems of triggering chords. Details are in the PDF manuals. These style select buttons allow you to quickly jump to a particular category. Press Pop and select Pop Chart 1. Press exit. As you can see, you can change to another style without stopping. There are several buttons and controls to help you interact with the styles. For example, this memory button controls whether the full accompaniment plays when you release the keys, or only the drums continue. Turn memory back on. Manual bass mutes the accompaniment except for drums and percussion and allows you to play bass in the lower along with the upper keyboard tracks. Turn off manual bass. You'll notice that the bass in the style will always play the root of the chord you are playing no matter what inversion you play. If you turn on bass inversion, the bass will play the lowest note in your chord. From the Ballad category, select the style Easy Ballad and press exit. Play a chord, and this time press Fade In Out. The style gradually fades in. Of course, pressing the button again will make it fade out. The fade in and out times can be set in Global. Each style has 4 keyboard setups saved with it. These are called single touch settings, abbreviated as STS. You can quickly access them by pressing the STS buttons under the display. Touch the STS Name tab, and you can see the names and touch them directly on the display. When you select a style and this STS Mode button is on, it will automatically select the STS one saved with that style. If the light is flashing, selecting a variation will also select the corresponding STS. If it is off, then the current keyboard track setting is kept and no STS is selected even when you change to a new style. Press it again so it is lit, but not flashing. Jazz category. Fast Big Band 1. Chord Sequencer allows you to record a chord progression and have it loop. Just before the start of a measure, press these two buttons simultaneously. You'll notice the red chord icon flashing in the screen. Just before the end of the measure, press these two buttons. Now the chord progression will loop, freeing up both hands to play the keyboard tracks. Ensemble can be used to add harmonies to the upper sounds based on the chords you play. You can select from a variety of different harmonies. Press Menu and touch Keyboard Ensemble and go to the Ensemble tab. Press Exit. By the way, you can quickly jump to the Edit page of a button by holding down Shift and pressing the button you want to edit. For example, Pad Assignment, the Switches Assignment, setting the ensemble type, etc. Press Exit. From the Movie and Show category, Page 2, Mystery Man. Play a chord. This time we'll use the tap tempo to start the style. Tapping the button 4 times sets the tempo and starts the style. These pad buttons can have sounds assigned to them, or even additional patterns that follow the chords you play and sync with the style. They can play once when you press it, or loop. Traditional category, Page 2, German Polka. To the right of the Start-Stop button you will find the Synchro Start-Stop button. This controls how the accompaniment starts or stops as you play the keyboard. Press the button until Synchro Start and Stop are both off. Inside the PA900 there are 125 studio quality effects. To understand them better, let's look at how effects are incorporated using Style Play mode as an example. Rock category, Page 2, Latin Rock 1. Press Menu, then touch Effects. There are two groups of effects. They are referred to as FX Group A and FX Group B. FX Group A is used for the accompaniment tracks, and FX Group B is used for the keyboard tracks. Effects Group A and B are two sets of master effects. Master effects are mixed in parallel together with the dry signal coming from a track. Each track has access to both of the master effects, and the amount of effect can be set for each track individually. You select the master effect you want here, and these tabs access each of the effect's parameters. Press Menu, touch Mixer Tuning, and go to the FX Send page. Pressing Track Select toggles between displaying the settings of the accompaniment tracks and the keyboard tracks. Display the accompaniment tracks. The amount of each of the master effects can be set for each track here. The amount of the Group B effects for each keyboard track is set here. Press Exit. Although we've been using Style Play to explain the effects, the other modes logically work the same way. In Song Play, the sequence tracks use FX Group A, and the keyboard tracks use FX Group B. In Sequencer mode, each track has access to either FX Group A or B. In Sound mode, only FX Group B is available. The PA900 is very flexible, giving you the power to shape the instrument to your musical needs. For example, drums. Rock category, page 1, English rock. Press exit. Don't play a chord, just press start so only the drums play. You can simply change a style's drum kit. Press track select and touch here. Or you can go to a sound within a drum kit and make changes with the drum editor feature. Press menu and touch track controls, then the drum edit tab. Press the track select button so the accompaniment tracks are displayed. Touch select here to choose the drum track to be edited. Along the top you see the different drum and percussion families indicated by icons. Choose the snare drum family. Now you can adjust all these parameters of the snare drums without affecting any of the other instrument families in the drum kit. In fact, all parts of a style can be completely edited or even created from scratch. However, it's best to keep the factory styles unchanged. Songbook is the perfect way to customize the styles to your needs and be able to call them up in a logical and efficient way, as you'll see in the Songbook chapter. Press stop and exit. If you do want to edit a factory style, it's best to copy it to a user location, then edit the copied style. From the Dance category, select Electro Dance. Open the Page menu. From here you can copy and paste the style to one of the user or favorite locations. There are other useful commands like rename, delete, and a command to rename the favorite banks. Press exit twice. Song play. Let's go to song play mode. Many Korg arrangers, including the PA900, have the ability to not only play standard MIDI files, but to actually play two at the same time and crossfade from one to the other. In fact, Korg is the only company in the world with this unique patented technology. Plus, the PA900 is able to do this with not only standard MIDI files, but karaoke MIDI files and MP3 files as well. The files are played directly from the internal memory or from media inserted into the USB host port. As mentioned at the start of this video, if you want to follow along with this exercise, you'll need a USB flash drive with at least 2 MIDI files, a karaoke MIDI file, and 1 MP3 on it. Insert the flash drive here into the USB port on the top right of the PA900. Touch the Player 1 area on the screen, and the window opens to select the song you want. Currently, the internal drive is displayed, so touch here to change it to the USB drive we inserted. Touch the name of one of the MIDI files. If there are several files, you can use the scroll bar to move up and down, or touch one of the files and use the dial. Once the song you want is selected on the screen, touch Select. Make sure the crossfade slider is all the way to the left, and then press play on Player 1. The song is loading and playing at the same time, so it starts almost immediately. Now touch the Player 2 area, then again. You can also use the Select button beside either of the transport controls. Select the USB drive and repeat the previous process of selecting the song you want for Player 2. Touch Select and then press play on Player 2. Use the crossfade slider to smoothly change from one song to the other. Crossfade back to Player 1. Then press stop on both players. Some MIDI files have lyrics embedded in them, for example a file with a .kar extension. Let's select a .kar song for Player 1. Press play. To display the lyrics, press the lyrics button located to the right of the dial. The lyrics follow along. By the way, the PA900 can even display the +G graphical format as well as lyrics embedded in MP3s. If there are no lyrics embedded, you have the option to have the lyrics in a text file and use pedals or switches to advance the pages of text. Pressing the Score button displays a selected track's musical notation. Press Exit and stop. As mentioned earlier, MP3 files can be played in song play mode as well. Select an MP3 file for player 1. Press play. Of course, you can crossfade between any of the formats you play in song play mode, including MP3, but you can do much more. Playing an MP3 on the PA900 is very flexible. For example, you can transpose the song. By the way, pressing the two transpose buttons simultaneously resets the transpose to 0. You can also adjust the tempo. Hold down Shift and use the dial to jump to tempo adjust. The volume of the lead vocal can be lowered so you can sing over the MP3. You can assign a foot switch or one of the assignable switches to do this. Let's assign switch 3 to this function. Hold down Shift and press assignable switch 3. Scroll over and set it to vocal remover on/off. Press Exit. Remember that only the vocal is lowered in volume, not the reverb of the vocal. So the less reverb there is on the lead vocal, the more effective the removal is. This control of an MP3 allows you to take a song, adjust the pitch to a key you can comfortably sing it in, remove the lead vocal, and sing following the lyrics displayed on the screen. You'll be able to perform almost any song. Incredible power. Press stop. Vocal processing. TC Helicon is the most respected vocal processing company in the world. This sophisticated TC Helicon technology, including effects and a 3-part voice harmonizer, is right inside your PA900. Let's take a look. Plug a dynamic microphone into the left audio input using a 1/4-inch jack. First, let's make sure the mic input is assigned correctly. Press the Global button, touch Audio and Video, then select the Audio In tab. And make sure the input routing is set to left in to voice processor. Press Exit. Let's try it in Style Play mode. Select the style from the Unplugged category, Unplugged Heaven. Press Exit. Adjust the input gain beside the mic input until the Audio In LED stays green while speaking or singing. If it is turning orange or red too often, then you need to turn the gain down. Lower the mic volume completely and press the mic on/off button to turn on the whole microphone section. Now slowly bring up the mic volume. Touch the mic tab to display the mic panel. There are several vocal harmony and effect presets available. The first preset, Chord 3 Voices, comes up by default. This knob adjusts the amount of reverb and/or delay in the preset. You can adjust the EQ of your voice here. There are also voice processing effects available like compression and gate. Details are in the PDF manuals. Now let's add some harmonies. In this first preset, the harmonies are set up but are turned off. Press the harmony button to unmute them. Play a chord in the lower range to give the chord information and sing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From the factory, the assignable knob is set up to adjust the volume of the harmonies. Yeah, 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 yeah. There are several presets for a variety of musical applications. This Preset button opens the list of presets. For example, go to the 9 through 16 tab and select Chord one voice up. Now when you sing, you will get the next note above the note you are singing in the triggered chord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now select Chord one up, one down. The same as the previous preset, but adding the next note below you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Press Exit. In song play mode, harmony notes can be received from a song's track, usually track 5 in many commercial standard MIDI files. I'm going to use this MIDI file, Nobody. Press Preset, and from the 1 through 8 tab, select the voice preset Notes 3 Voices. And press Exit, then play and sing.
I ain't got nobody.
During a live show, you may want to speak to the audience while a style or song is playing. Go to the Mic tab and simply select Mic Talk, and the music volume is lowered, allowing you to be heard. Good evening. Press Mic Talk again. Settings of this function are available in global mode. Songbook. Songbook is an extremely powerful feature of your PA900. It is a programmable musical database. Press Songbook. Basically, you have a list of song titles. When you select a song title, it automatically brings up a style, a standard MIDI file, a karaoke MIDI file, or an MP3 for you to use to perform that song. There are several titles already provided by Korg, and of course you can create your own. Notice that you can sort by different criteria by touching the top of each column. Touch the song title A Day in Paradise and touch Select, and you are automatically taken to Style Play mode. The appropriate style has been called up to perform that song with the best choice of intro and variation. Press Start. As well, 4 suitable STS settings, tempo, etc. are also called up. Press Stop. Let's create our own songbook entry using a style. Press Exit to go to the main Style Play Mode page, and select from the World category 4/4 Flamenco. Press Exit. We can set the style up exactly how we want it to appear later. For example, starting with Variation 2, with Intro 2 as the introduction. Always select the variation you want first, then the intro you want. Let's also speed up the tempo a bit and set it to 123 BPM. Now go back to Songbook and go to the Book Edit 1 page. Touch New Song. This box is automatically checked off to include the 4 STS already saved with the style. Book Edit 2 page is where you can input information like the genre of the song and the artist. This helps when searching later for a type of song you want to perform. Touching the T takes you to where you can input the name. You can even save the key info to remind you what key the song is in. Book Edit 3 page has more parameters that can be saved with the song title. For example, the status of the synchro start. Once you have everything set, touch Write. Touch the T, and we'll name the new entry My Song. Touch OK to confirm the text. Then OK, then Yes to write it to the songbook. Go to the book page, and there's our song title. We made some basic changes to the style before saving it to Songbook, but you can make changes to the style in several different ways to suit a wide variety of songs. You can change the instrumentation, for example, change the electric bass on the bass track to a synth bass. Make edits to any of the sounds used in the style, like the edits we made to the drum kit in the style chapter, or even change and edit the effects and much more. And it can all be done without affecting the original style or having to duplicate it in order to make the necessary changes. The PA900 doesn't come with any MIDI files or MP3s, so all the song titles from the factory are set up to recall styles. Let's add one of the standard MIDI files from your USB thumb drive to the songbook. Like with the style we added, we set up everything how we want it and then save it to songbook. Press Exit to leave songbook, then go to song play mode. Select a MIDI file. You can quickly add it to songbook by holding down the songbook button. It automatically brings in the name of the standard MIDI file, but you can rename it here. Touch OK, then Yes to confirm. Done. Go back to Songbook. You can edit and add things to your Songbook entry later on as well. For example, let's add an STS and lyrics to the entry we just made. Choose a performance. Go to the Book Edit 1 page and check off this STS Write box and choose to save it to STS1. Now go to Book Edit 3. I've already created a .txt file with the lyrics to this song and saved it to my USB stick. Touch Browse, navigate to the USB drive, touch the TXT file, and then select. OK, we're ready to save everything. Touch Write. We'll leave the name the same. Touch OK, then Yes to confirm. Now go to the book page and select the songbook entry we just created. STS1 is just as we wanted. Press Lyrics and there are the lyrics. However, this is just a text file, so the lyrics won't follow along. You can touch the scroll bar to advance to the next page of lyrics. You can also assign text page up or text page down to an optional foot switch, or switches 1, 2, or 3. By the way, we've looked at assigning the switches to different functions. Once you find the best use of the switches for your musical needs, you can save that along with your favorite keyboard sounds into My Setting. When you turn on the PA900, My Setting is the first keyboard setup loaded in, so your switch assignment will always be as you want them. That switch assignment will be kept as you change to another STS or performance, because assignable switch lock is on by default. But this can be changed in Global. Details are in the PDF manuals. Go back to Songbook. Typically, performers prepare set lists for a show, a list of songs they will play. You can prepare several custom lists using Songbook. Go to the Custom List page. Here you can select which list you want. As you can see, Korg has included a few already. Open the Page menu and select Enable List Edit, and then touch outside the menu. The List Edit page becomes available. You can either edit an existing list or create a new one. Let's create a new one by touching New List. Touch Yes to confirm. Now let's add the first song title we made. Go to the book page. There are many song titles, so you can use the scroll bar or the dial to find the song. You can also hold down the Shift button and touch the arrows above or below the scroll bar to scroll to the next or previous alphabetical section. But let's use the search function to find our song. Press the Search button and type the name of what you are looking for. You can type in the whole name or just part of it. Type in My and touch Search. Here are all the songbook entries with My in the name. There's ours. Touch it, then select. This search feature can be used in different modes to locate any resource, including styles, performances, sounds, etc. Now that we've selected the song, touch Add to List. Go to the List Edit page, and there's our song. Let's go back to the book page and add another 2 songs. Back to List Edit page. We can move the songs around by selecting a title and touching the Move Up and Down arrows. Once the list is ready, touch Right. Name it, and touch OK to confirm the text, OK, then Yes to save the list. Now open the Page menu and uncheck Enable List Edit. Touch the Custom List tab. There's our set list. Press Exit to leave Songbook. There's also a free songbook editor for PC available for download from Korg.com. It's a powerful and useful tool that includes fast multiple import for standard MIDI files and MP3s, plus many editing features. Recording a song. There are 4 basic ways to record a song on the PA900. Backing sequence, sometimes called quick record, step backing sequence, traditional 16-track MIDI recording, and MP3 audio recording. With the backing sequence method, it's not necessary to record each track separately as you do with traditional sequencing. Any style can be used, and as you play, each of the accompaniment tracks is recorded on a separate sequencer track. For example, the drums, the bass, the organ, etc. Make sure you're in Style Play mode, and select a style from the Contemporary category, Page 2, Jazzy Funk. Go to Sequencer mode, and press the red Record button near the lower left of the screen. Select Backing Sequence Quick Record on the screen, and touch OK. Let's choose Variation 2, and use Intro 3 to start the song off. Set the resolution to 1/8 notes. This will correct the input of your chords, style elements, etc., not the music, to the nearest 1/8 note. This isn't necessary, but can help to make the chord changes and style element selections happen exactly where and when you want them. Pressing the Style Start-Stop button will simultaneously start the style and start the sequencer recording after a 1-measure pre-count. Trigger the initial chord first. Now we're ready. Press Start. Play a few chords. Select a different variation. Ending 3. Press Stop on the song player. It will automatically bring the song back to measure 1. Press Play. All the tracks of the style have been recorded following your chords, variations, endings, etc. This is already impressive. The song you just created would have taken hours and hours to make with a traditional sequencer. But imagine you made a mistake or changed your mind about the chord progression or what variation should have been used. With a traditional sequencer, you have to edit every single track even if you simply wanted a G major chord instead of an E minor chord. This leads us to the second way to record on the PA900, step backing sequence. With step backing sequence, you can enter in step by step what the chord progression is, what variation you want to have on what measure, etc. This allows you to record songs that may be more difficult than you have the time or patience for. It's also perfect for musicians who don't play a lot of keyboards, like guitarists, singers, etc. But the other advantage of step backing sequence is being able to go into a song you created with backing sequence and make changes quickly and easily. For example, let's say we want to change a chord in the song and also change the fill. Press record. Choose step backing sequence and touch OK. You can step through the events by measure, by eighth note, or by each event. You can change a chord to something else by selecting the chord here and playing the new chord on the keyboard. Or use the screen to change it. Let's move ahead to where fill 2 happens and change it to the break. Touch Done, and then Yes. Now press play to hear the changes. Now let's add a track using the traditional sequencer method. Press the Record button and choose Multi-Track Sequencer. The Track Select button is used to switch between tracks 1 through 8 and 9 through 16. Tracks 9 through 16 will have the recorded style track data. Display tracks 1 through 8. Anything played on the keyboard tracks will have been recorded on tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on whether you used upper 1, upper 2, etc. Track 7 will be empty, so touch here to select to record on track 7. Touch the sound bank icon of track 7 and select the sound you want. Then exit. Let's set the resolution to high so the timing won't be corrected. Once you press play, there will be a 1-measure pre-count, then it will start recording. Press the Record button to exit recording and press play. When the PA900 is turned off, the song you just created will be erased. If you leave from sequencer mode to another mode, for example style play, the song will be erased as well, but a warning does appear telling you this will delete the song. Touch No to cancel, and let's save the song to the USB flash drive. Open the Page menu and select Save Song. The USB is probably still the selected device, so just touch Save. Touch the T and name your song. And touch OK to confirm the text, then OK, then Yes to save it. Your song has been saved as a standard MIDI file that can be played in song play mode or loaded into other sequencers. Go to style play mode. We've saved the song, so touch Yes in reply to the prompt. It's also possible to record your performance as an MP3. It will record any audio created by the PA900. Anything you play on the keyboard, the style, the standard MIDI file, even the microphone input, harmonies, and effects. Select any style you wish. For example, from the Ballad category, Modern Ballad 1, and press Exit. While holding down Shift, press Record. You can choose the audio quality here. The higher the quality, the larger the MP3 file will be. Here you choose where the file will be temporarily stored until you decide where you want to save it. Leave it on disk. When you're ready, touch Record.
Tonight we'll be together. Tonight we'll be together.
touch Stop on the display. You can touch T to name the MP3 or leave it as it is. Touch Browse and select the USB drive, touch OK, and then touch Save. The MP3 you created can be played in song play mode or by any MP3 player. The PA900 is an incredible tool to create your own music. The styles inspire you, and then you have several ways to capture your inspiration. Global, Media, and Updates. Press Global. Global is where you access parameters that affect the instrument as a whole, for example, master tuning. Let's look at a few examples. Press Menu. Touch Controllers, then Foot Controller tab. Here you can calibrate the damper pedal so it works efficiently and in the correct polarity. Touch Calibration, and simply hold down the pedal and touch here. Then release the pedal and touch here. Done. Press Menu and touch Audio and Video. Here you can turn the speakers on and off, adjust the overall EQ of the PA900, make settings for the Video Out feature, and more. As well, there are global parameters that affect the 4 main modes. Press Menu, Mode Preferences. For example, the global split point of Style Play mode. Any changes to global are automatically saved into memory. Press Media. Here you can access the internal memory to save and load your own data. It is also possible to connect to a computer using the USB device port on the back, allowing you to access the PA900 internal memory. For example, to drag and drop MP3 files between your computer and the PA900. Media also gives you access to whatever is connected to the USB host port on the top of the PA900. For example, USB pen drives, hard drives, etc. As you can see, Media allows a variety of options to save, load, copy, and more. Let's save our PA900 data to see how the process is done. Go to the Save page, touch All, then touch Save To. Touch New Set. Touch the T and name your file, for example, My Backup. Touch OK to confirm the text. Touch OK again. Here we can select what data we want to save. That's why it's called a set. It's a collection of different types of data. Leave the selection as it is and touch OK, then Yes to confirm. To load a file, go to the Load page. Touch the file you want to load. It's possible to touch Open and select individual data to load. But for this example, just touch Load, then Yes. Remember that there are several free resources available from Korg.com, like more video tutorials, software, sounds, and many more styles, all free. Even though a style may have been created for a previous PA series, when you load them in, they will automatically be converted to work in the PA900. By the way, if for some reason you want to go back to some or all of the factory settings, still in Media, go to Utility tab. Select Factory Restore. Then touch Execute. Touching OK would erase the user styles, sounds, songbook entries, etc. currently in memory and load in the factory data. You can keep it on All or deselect All and then choose the specific things you want to restore. We won't load anything right now, so touch Cancel. It's a good idea to check Korg.com occasionally for operating system updates to your PA900. Korg looks for ways to improve your instrument, including the addition of features requested by end users. The operating system version of your PA900 is displayed in the lower left of this utility page. To update your operating system, or OS as it is called, download the OS file from Korg.com. It will be named something like this. The V100 refers to the OS version number. Unzip the archive, then copy the file, for example PA900_OS_V100.pkg, to a USB device like a flash drive. To be safe, be sure to back up any of your own data that's on the internal drive before installing a new OS. Usually there's no problem, but it's best to make a backup in case something does happen. Turn off the PA900. Then insert the USB device containing the PKG file. Now hold down Intro 1 and turn on the PA900. Keep holding the Intro 1 button until System Update appears on the screen. Release the Intro 1 button and do the touchscreen calibration. The prompt asks you to select the PKG to install. Touch OK. Select the USB drive, then touch the PKG file. Press Select. The PA900 verifies the PKG file. Then this screen appears. Touch Update, and the update process begins. Do not turn off the PA900 during the update process. Wait until you see this message. Then turn the PA900 off. Then on, and the update is complete. Okay, that's it. We hope you found this video helpful. And remember that for more information, the PDF manuals cover every detail of this amazing instrument. Everyone at Korg wants to thank you for purchasing your PA900. You have so much musical enjoyment ahead of you. You made the right choice.